Have you ever wondered how counselors help people navigate their toughest life challenges? Today, we're diving deep into the top 5 counseling techniques that are changing lives, one session at a time. By the end of this video, you'll not only know the theories behind these techniques, but also know how they can be applied to your life for personal growth. Hello and welcome to my channel. Before start, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon for appreciated my effort. Number 1. Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, CBT. Overview. CBT is one of the most widely used counseling techniques, known for its ability to challenge negative thought patterns and transform them into positive actions. Example: imagine someone with social anxiety. Through CBT, they identify the negative thought, "Everyone will judge me," and reframe it to, "I can handle social situations just like anyone else." Over time, this retraining leads to confidence. Practical tips. Next time you face a stressful situation, ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Challenge that thought with facts. Number 2. Person-centered therapy. Overview. Person-centered therapy, developed by Carl Rogers, focuses on creating a safe, empathetic environment where clients can explore their feelings without judgment. Example: imagine being in a session where the counselor listens attentively, reflecting back your emotions without giving advice. This approach allows the client to find solutions organically. Practical takeaway: you can apply this technique in daily life by practicing empathy. The next time someone shares a problem with you, instead of offering solutions, just listen. You might be surprised by the connection you build. Number 3. Psychoanalytic Therapy. Overview. Freud's psychoanalytic therapy is all about diving into the unconscious mind to uncover repressed memories or emotions that shape current behaviors. Example: for instance, someone who struggles with relationships may find through psychoanalysis that their fear of abandonment stems from childhood experiences of feeling neglected. Have you ever thought about how your childhood experiences might be influencing your current behavior? Leave a comment below. Just imagine suddenly you mind trapped into a bad thought, and your mood suddenly changed from good to bad. That's how unconscious thoughts can manifest into present-day behaviors. Number 4. Solution-Focused Brief Therapy, SFBT. Overview. In contrast to other techniques, SFBT is all about finding quick, practical solutions. It's less about the past and more about what works now. Real-world application. For example, a client struggling with procrastination might work with their counselor to identify small, achievable steps. Instead of focusing on why they procrastinate, the focus is on how to overcome it today. Practical application. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what's one small thing I can do right now to improve the situation? Number 5. Narrative Therapy. Before further explanation, just use a real-life relatable scenario that make the techniques easier to understand. If you still not subscribe me, please do it now and press like too. Meet Sarah. Sarah is a 25-year-old graphic designer who struggles with social anxiety, especially in work meetings. Every time she knows she'll be in a group setting, her thoughts spiral into worry. Everyone will judge me, or I'll say something stupid. After a few months of avoiding meetings and missing out on opportunities at work, she decides to seek help from a therapist who specializes in CBT. CBT Session 1. Identifying Negative Thought Patterns. Sarah's therapist helps her recognize that her anxiety comes from automatic negative thoughts. They break down a recent situation where she felt anxious before a meeting. Sarah's thought: "I'll make a fool of myself, and everyone will think I'm incompetent." Her therapist asks, "Is there evidence that supports this? What happened the last time you spoke in a meeting?" Sarah recalls that last time, her idea was actually well received, but her mind only focused on her fear of being judged. CBT Session 2. Challenging and reframing negative thoughts. Next, the therapist introduces Sarah to the idea of challenging her thoughts and reframing them. Together, they practice turning her automatic negative thought into something more realistic and helpful. Old thought: "I'll make a fool of myself." Reframed thought: "Even if I'm nervous, I've spoken up before and done well. I can handle it." CBT Session 3. Exposure and Building Confidence. In the following sessions, Sarah works on gradual exposure. Instead of avoiding meetings, she starts attending. focusing on small wins, like speaking up just once or sharing an idea. Each time, she practices her new, reframed thoughts. Results. Over time, Sarah's anxiety begins to decrease. She's still nervous before meetings, but now she's able to challenge her negative thoughts and replace them with more empowering beliefs. Sarah feels more confident and is no longer avoiding work meetings. Narrative therapy. Overview. Narrative therapy encourages clients to view their lives as a story. They can rewrite, putting themselves back in control of their narrative. Narrative therapy. Example: a person who sees themselves as a failure due to a series of setbacks can be guided to view these events as challenges they've overcome. They can rewrite their story as one of resilience. What story are you telling yourself about your life? What would happen if you rewrote that story? Share your thoughts in comments.
Conclusion and call to action. Recap of techniques. So, we've covered the life-changing techniques of CBT, person-centered therapy, psychoanalysis, SFBT, and narrative therapy. Each of these methods offers unique insights into how we can improve our mental health and personal growth. Which technique resonates with you the most? Drop a comment below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about counseling, therapy, and mental health, make sure to hit that like button. Share this video and subscribe for more in-depth psychology content. Person-centered therapy. Real-life story. Meet Maria. Maria, a 28-year-old graphic designer, was dealing with feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem due to a recent breakup. She felt like she wasn't worthy of love or success, which was affecting her relationships and work. How person-centered therapy helped. In her sessions, Maria's therapist provided a non-judgmental and empathetic environment where Maria felt safe to express her feelings. The therapist used active listening and reflective responses to help Maria explore her emotions deeply. Through this process, Maria was able to recognize her own strengths and value. She realized that her feelings of inadequacy were not a reflection of her true worth but were influenced by past experiences and negative self-talk. Outcome: Maria gained confidence and began to rebuild her self-esteem. She approached her work with a renewed sense of purpose and started developing healthier relationships, feeling more empowered and self-assured.
Psychoanalytic therapy. Real-life story. Meet Tom. Tom, a 45-year-old financial advisor, had recurrent issues with anxiety and difficulty forming stable relationships. Despite his success in his career, he felt unfulfilled and constantly anxious about his personal life. How psychoanalytic therapy helped. Tom engaged in psychoanalytic therapy, where he explored his childhood experiences and unconscious thoughts. Through this deep dive, he uncovered repressed memories of feeling neglected by his parents during his formative years. This insight helped Tom understand how these early experiences were influencing his current anxiety and relationship patterns. By addressing these underlying issues, he began to make sense of his behavior and emotions. Outcome: Tom's anxiety decreased, and he found himself more at ease in his personal relationships. He felt a greater sense of fulfillment and control over his life, understanding that his past was no longer dictating his present. Meet Rachel. Rachel, a 34-year-old small business owner, was feeling overwhelmed with balancing her business and family life. She struggled to find time for herself and felt like she was constantly in crisis mode. How SFBT helped. Rachel worked with a therapist who used SFBT to focus on immediate, practical solutions rather than delving into past issues. They identified small, actionable steps Rachel could take to improve her time management and reduce stress. For instance, Rachel started implementing a new scheduling system, prioritizing self-care, and delegating tasks at work. These changes helped her manage her responsibilities more effectively. Outcome: Rachel felt a significant reduction in stress and was able to find more balance between her personal and professional life. She gained practical tools to manage her time better and maintain her well-being. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share. Stay happy and healthy.